Hey everyone, it says listen and share love. Okay, so I'm looking at 7 o'clock's getaway music here. This was released on the 21st of Feb. It's a bit of a later reaction, but I did really want to look at this because I'm really interested to see how the group goes this time around. Of course, their last comeback was in September. And by then they'd moved agencies and one of the members had left the group. A new member has joined the group for this comeback. Comeback. So I'm interested to see how they go. And this is just a single, and Searchlight. They were really good songs. I really loved their last album. So this is just a single, and I'm really interested to see what they've gone for from here, from their last album. So here we go. God, I'm rambling today. Excuse. Kind of like something you'd hear like in a Christmas Carol with the bells. Ooh. Okay, now this is a bit different. Skateboards. Very interesting colours. Journey. Getaway. Oh, that's cool, the skateboard. Love the shoe. Love the red and blue drums. It represents a lot with this music video. Oh, Andy, that's the new guy. Love that bit there with the dancing. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. The drone. So join again. 7 o'clock getaway. Okay, that was really a good song. Music video. Okay, we'll start there first because there's so much I want to talk about with that first. So, colors. Like as it went into it, you saw like blue that came up really bright and popping, and some of those roofs, especially because a lot of them were like red roofs. Whether they were beforehand or whether that was like had a little bit of tweaking there with a bit of computer magic. I don't know honestly, but red and blue seem to be two colours that came up a lot. And the boys, they were dressed in either really beautiful like clothing, pastel colours or in deep blues, or they were often dressed in that odd bright coloured object, especially something red. Red and blue seem to be two very bright popping colours throughout this, bit of yellow. And also, like, even with those darker shades of blue, they were dark, but they still had a slight brightness to it. So it wasn't so dark. It was just a little bit, or even majorly depressive, because the song's called Getaway, and pretty much, I can't live without you. I'm not letting you get away from me, which you really get out of this song. And the music video is so interesting, and I love the record how it had the logo for 7 o'clock on it, and also the colours they're using for this as well. That was so cool. I really loved it. It was very like, it was mostly a dance music video, but with the different scenes and the way they've put it together, it's got a real warmth to it, and it really keeps you like you really get to see a lot of the members focus on each one individually, which I think is a really good thing, especially now they've added another member to the group, Andy. I know that because I read the article, and as soon as they because they kept going through everyone's names, like way certain things were placed, like on the back of the skateboard, written on the back of bottom of someone's shoe, and then with that ring, then it was like, okay, so yeah, you kind of got to meet the new member and see them all together and act in that group setting. I did like that skateboard bit, how it started at the beginning, just started with the skateboard going into that like factory warehouse area. The warehouse was really good, like it, and also with the lighting and that they used into there too, it gave off a slightly warm feel. Like it was an empty warehouse, you could see, you got that vibe from it, but it wasn't damp or depressive or dark. It didn't come across in any of those respects there, or abandoned, because of just the lighting they used. It gave it just that little bit of warmth, which is what this song kind of has. It, even though like you're running while you're leaving me, but I'm not going to let you get away. But it's not necessarily in a stalkerish vibe, because I know a few favorite songs have that real stalker vibe to it, including one song called Stalker, so you get what I mean there. Like I said, I'm not letting you get away. I will do what it takes to get you to come back to me. And it's a really sweet song in that respect there, so it doesn't necessarily have a real dark undertone or vibe to it. Now the song itself, sound-wise, it's really interesting, because it starts off at the beginning with the like that. Hang on, I'll go back to the beginning. It's probably easier this way, like this. Like it's electronic keyboard here. Then it goes to this really heavy on the with the electronic techno keyboard here, and the now if we jump to here, but no, there's like a lot of keyboard and piano through this. There is a fair bit of like, you got regular like piano, but you also got electronic piano. You can tell by some of the higher pitched, stretched and slight electronic noises. Even though they're piano based, you can tell that they're from electronic like electronic keyboard. But you've got that and the piano. They overlay a lot of that together. So it's really interesting there, but it's a very heavily influenced instrument throughout all this. But the intro was very interesting. It kind of gave you a feel of what the whole song is going to be like, but it didn't at the same time. Because you even got a bit of the rhythm of the song, but when it comes to like the chorus, but when it comes into the chorus here in the song, it actually backs off a lot with a lot of the like electronic keyboard and that, which I actually really like. So it really helps with the song. Overall, this song is a very flowing, it has a light, slightly uplifting vibe to it. It's not necessarily too heavy in the upliftingness. It's not, doesn't have any religious depressive bits to it. It really flows and works with this song, and with the vocals and that too. They really mesh together well, and it doesn't have to lift the vocals up with this one. The vocals sit on top of it, and it just brings the song into a much more warmth itself. That's what the vocals do with this song. It really just warms the song and gives it that life that this song needs. So this is my reaction to 7 O'Clock's Getaway, and hopefully you don't get away from this group. You stay around, you love them, because they've gone through a lot, and they're really one of those smaller groups from a small agency. They're really talented, that really just need that bit more push, you know. Show a few of their songs. Let's get your friends that are into this music listening to a song, or show it to someone you know that might be more interested in this kind of group, you know. Just try and spread the love, spread their sound. Anyway, this is Ezra. Listen, love, share, love, everyone. See ya. Hey, I'm not tongue-tongue town. I stuffed that up. Bye.
You're safe, you're safe here. You're safe, you're safe here. So many lies, so many causes.